Hey everybody, Doug back at you with your Pennsylvania Dutch Word of the Week. It is a beautiful April morning. The sun is shining. We're still in quarantine from COVID-19, but I'm outside and it's just gorgeous. I'm definitely 6 feet away from anybody, which is good. I'm outside today because our word of the week is a plant that is very important to us Pennsylvania Dutch. We revere? I don't know if that's the right word or not. I'm gonna pan over to show you what word I'm talking about. For those of you that know what that is, of course in English, that's dandelion, that green plant that comes out at the beginning of every spring. So there it is in its natural environment. So the word for dandelion in Pennsylvania Dutch is kind of a funny word. There's actually two words. There is Pissebett, and the other phrase is, or word is, Biddereselaat. Biddereselaat. Now, if we do direct translations of either of those words, I think you're going to find them funny. So let's start with the second one first. Biddereselaat translates into bitter lettuce. Salad is the word for lettuce, which if you've ever eaten dandelion, you know that it has a bitter taste. But the other word, the first word, Pissebett, is the one that I tend to use more often, and it literally translates into piss the bed. So why in God's name would we call a plant Pissebett? Well, if you didn't know, dandelion is also known as the spring tonic. We in Pennsylvania Dutch culture traditionally eat it as a salad with hot bacon dressing and hard-boiled eggs. It's very typical in early spring here in Pennsylvania Dutch country. It's great as a side with ham. Oh, ham and dandelion, God, it's delicious. So dandelion is extremely healthy and high in nitrogen and a lot of other things. And if you eat too much of it, it will clean you out. That's why it got the name spring tonic. I can speak from personal experience. If you do eat too much of it at one time, you will be spending some time in the bathroom. It'll clean you out. Let's just leave it at that. But if you've never had it, I would invite you to try it. You don't have to eat it with hot bacon dressing. You could just use some of it in a regular salad just for that added green. It's delicious, one of my favorite things to eat. You only eat it once, a couple times a year in the early spring. Once it starts to go to flower, then it gets even more bitter and woodier. Now in the early spring when it's young and fresh is when it's the best. So go out and pick a little Pissebett, or if you don't want to say it that way, say Biddereselaat. It's a great word of the week. I hope that you are all staying safe and healthy, and this will help you boost your immune system, clean out some of those winter toxins that you got bodied up in there, stored up in your bodies. Bodied up, that's wrong, terrible. Sorry guys, I'm on the fly today. This quarantining has left my brain a little bit scrambled. But in any event, get out there, pick a little Pissebett or a little bit of Biddereselaat, make some fresh hot bacon dressing. Oh, it's delicious. And we'll talk later on. Be safe. Macht's gut.